Boy, is this gonna be all right? Let me see. Yeah, not a good.
You said it's not gonna be all right.
Because it almost fell just now when I took the phone off, but that's because you gotta wait till I put the phone back on. That thing back for me.
What?
That no.
What's your back?
So I could be able to.
Yeah.
Oh, my face looks crazy. Still look a little dark. Up it. Let's see which one I want, right? Trying to play with the lighting. Turn that kitchen light. Does it still look a little dark? There's something in here. What is it? Why is it turned like this? It's not supposed to lay down like that. Okay, yeah, it's setting up good. All right. Yeah, that's good. Oh, look at a little dreamy look. Okay, perfect. I just don't like all of this back here is busy, so you might have to turn a little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah. Ooh. There we go. I won't be live here long, so. Let's see what's going on. Because I won't be live on my thing. 3 minutes already. 3 minutes already. 3 minutes already. I am live everywhere. I am live everywhere. I am live everywhere. The main place for me to be live at is on my YouTube channel. So I'm only here on my Operation Hit 100 Hearts IG page going live because I know sometimes some folks will go here and say, hey, I was looking at you on IG live and yada, 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 yada. I won't be here the duration of the live. So you're going to have to you're going to have to come on over to my YouTube channel, which you should already be there. You should already be there. I post enough about my YouTube channel for folks to already be liking and commenting, sharing and subscribing and getting things together. I just wanna give folks information. So I think I'll come back to my IG live once I start talking about subjects. I want to do a little something on my phone. I'm sorry. It requires me to take my phone down. So I'll be back. I'll be back. Hey, y'all. Hey. Let me just get some folks information because I know sometimes, people will say, well, I didn't know and you didn't say, and I didn't know and you didn't say. Pookie is always here. Pookie is always on time. Pookie is doing what he needs to do. So everybody needs to follow Super Pookie. He's liking, he's commenting, he's sharing, and he's subscribed. That's the formula. If y'all don't know that's the formula, that is the formula. You should be liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. But I'm getting ready to get y'all together in 2.2. I'm giving folks a 9:05 to get in the building. And once 9:05 hit, we're going up from there. I told everybody, grab all your things, because we will be lit today. I have a couple of things to talk about. I know you guys said, oh, you didn't say nothing about this and you didn't say nothing about that, and we want to talk about this, and we want to talk about that. So I said, okay, let me get busy. Oh, I see my cousin is in the building. Hi, Bianca. I hope you guys got all your goodies and things of that nature. I see my brothers in the building. Hey, fresh. I see folks are getting and getting and getting and getting. I'm just giving people to 905. Once 905 hit, I'm going to tell y'all what's the rules of the game, and then we're going to continue to have that conversation. In the meantime, in between time, I was having a conversation with folks because I want to get a call in. I want to get a call in line because sometimes when I get feedback on things, I know I'm looking down. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just finishing up something. I know sometimes when I get feedback on things, people have opinions. They have opinions and they want to share their opinion. It's like, well, how do I do that? And I know some folks don't have time to be typing in the writing on the video after the fact. I wish you would, because when you create the dialogue, other folks comment on it as well. And if you're on this video, go like it right now, because there's 5 people in the video with only 3 likes. So go like it, so everybody can get it. We can make sure, it's up and it's stuck. So if you're on the video now, Melina, go like it. Everybody go like the video. Go like the video, because if folks know, hey, it's up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck. So the likes and the views, they should match up. Okay. All righty. We have reached the 9:05 mark. Hold on one second. Let me put this phone away, because I have one rule, right? Which is always my normal rule. It's not hard. I always have some phrase that I say, which it kind of comes from my when I do my virtual birthday parties, that is the phrase that I would say that, when I say that phrase, you need to be sipping and pipping and making things happen, right? So I'm going to tell you guys a little story. I know I'm being rude. Don't kill me. I'm just getting something together because I think I want to go live on my IG. So let me just make that happen. Make sure you guys go like. Go like, go like, go like, go like, go like, go like, go like. Hey, Kev, go like, go like. If you're up here and you need to be liking as well. Abby, look at my girl, Abby. I love you, Abby. I'm going to go live from my IG for a little while, and I want to give you guys the deets about what you are supposed to do when we're on this vid. Hold on one sec. I hope this don't fall. I told my pookie that. Cancel. Give me one sec, my people. While I'm getting this together, y'all go get y'all drinks, because we can get into some hot topics. So y'all better have y'all drinks. Have y'all drinks. Make sure y'all like the video. Like the video. Like the video. Like the video. I need to know what's going on. You have to like the video. Like the video. Like the video. All right. All right. All right. All right. First of all, I want to tell y'all the story. So I was trying to get into like the young people music and things of that nature. One of the things that the young people love right now is the city girls. So I told myself, I said, okay, let me see what the city girls is hitting for, and let's see what's going on, right? Because I hear, city girls are up, and that's usually the dialogue of it and things of that nature, right? So once I learned that, I said, let me see what's going on. Their music for me per se, I didn't really get too much into. I wasn't too much tapped into. So I said, well, let me watch Carisha, please, because I want to get some insight on who the young ladies are. I know they're from Florida. I know they're much younger than me, so a lot of our taste in music and a lot of thought process is going to differ, which is fine by me, but I just want to kind of get to know them. And that's really my way. That's one of the things that I do. I will watch interviews down to the ground. I know people's whole life because I will watch so many interviews about their lives, right? So I went and I watched Carisha Please when she had JT on here. Right? So they was having some conversation about, you guys know who JT is. She's the other part of City Girls with Carisha. They was having some conversation about dating outside their nationality. And I remember the part when JT was discussing, if she's ever dated outside her nationality, if she's not really sure, what's other folks' nationality. And then she hinted to the fact that she didn't know her own nationality. And then she stopped and she was like, is I'm American? And I turned the interview off after that. But I found that to be very entertaining because I I wasn't clear if it was like a joke or if she really didn't know if she was American. And that made me nervous. So I said, this next generation, they're a little different than I am. I can't really get with that. So I turned it off. But it made me feel like she had what I call a Kelly Bundy moment when you do something very ditzy. So tonight's theme, when you have to take a drink, is I'm American. Because I'm very guilty of making ditzy comments as well. Because yesterday I was having a conversation with Pookie, and we did talking, and I'm like, I'm explaining something about somebody, and I'm popping my junk, and I'm really trying to get my ish off. And I believe what I'm saying has a point. And I was like, oh, because a leopard don't change his stripes. I noticed Pookie was looking at me. So I'm looking at him back like, why are you looking at me like that? A leopard don't change their stripes. He was like, ooh, Khadija, a leopard don't have no stripes. He has spots. So I said, ooh, is I'm American? So that's the key phrase for tonight, is I'm American. So when y'all hear me say, is I'm American, you got to take your drink, because I might have some ditzy moments, especially because I'm drinking tonight. So, is I'm American is the catchphrase. Once you hear is I'm American, you need to be taking your sip, and you need to be trying to figure out, is you American? Because I done said something crazy that got you peeking like, what? And that's another one of the reasons why I want to hear a call line, because I want folks to be able to call in and find out if I'm American when I say something wrong. All righty. So, it's just so funny. It cracks me up. I thought it was so cute. Like, what? But then I also was afraid, because I was like, do you really not know if you're American? Like, it was too many nuances to that. So I just left it alone. But that's the catchphrase for tonight, is I'm American. So if you hear me come out and say that, if you have a drink, even if it's a non-alcoholic beverage, you need to be simple, because is you American? All right? Now let me leave my IG live. Get that out the way, because I said I wouldn't be there long, right? Okay. All right. So now, since we're done with that part, let's get into the things. First of all, hey Tati, what did you guys do over the weekend? I'm going to share a little bit what I did over the weekend. So I hosted my little cousin's Sweet 16. It was fire and desire. Let me let y'all know something. My hosting skills are impeccable. I got all of these text messages and all of these emails and all of these social media requests from folks that were at the party because they love the job that I did hosting. So if you get a chance, go over to my page and check out my crazy behind. Even on TikTok, you'll see me. I'm waiting for some video footage, but you'll see me like in pictures where I'm on the mic and I'm a fool. If you need an event hosted, let me know. It's one of my favorite things to do. I do it very, very, very well, and I actually enjoy it. So it's another extension of my resume. It's another big part of my personality, because it's something I can do like effortlessly. You know how some people like need time to rehearse and get it together and practice. All you got to do is turn the lights on and I'm gonna perform, right? I think tonight we're gonna fight with this ponytail, which I'm not in the mood for, but you know what? There's always bloopers on these videos. Okay, that's it. Another thing, I'm really into scary movies, and there's some scary movies coming out that I want to put y'all D to, because I want y'all to see them, and we might be able to see them together. One is Pray for the Devil, and the other one is Smile. I love scary movies. Love, 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 love them. So if you're into scary movies, Pray for the Devil and Smile is the next two ones, and I'm going to try to check. I think only one of them is in the movies. I have to be clear, but I know for sure Smile is in the movies. I just have to check on Pray for the Devil. I think it might be on Amazon. I don't know yet. But in any event, make sure y'all check that out, because those, if you into scary movies, I heard those are the ones, right? That's out there. Now, one of the first things I wanted to talk about is my homegirl, Pricky. I promise you guys from, look at Tati, you on your own with the scary movies. You're Melissa twins. I'm American. Like I said. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk to y'all about, and I said I would do this in my Dear DJ, I promised that I would touch base on this when I did my unpopular opinion, was Princess and Ray. So, as I told you guys, and you guys all know, I am reality TV. Like, I am probably a reality TV I don't want to say fan because it's past that. It's past that. I love reality TV. Now, as I've gotten older, some of them I don't enjoy as much, but for the most part, I love reality TV. I still watch reality shows because, like I shared with y'all, reality TV was the first place I got to see people publicly show that they needed their heart healed. Right? So that's why I love it so much. So I still watch Love and Hip Hop. You know, I'm into that. And of course, I like Ray J. I like Princess. I like them as a couple. So I watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which they are on. And last week, something about it, I was going to do show reviews, but I changed my mind about it. But sometimes when I watch these shows, something in them trigger me and they remind me of some healing that's needed. So I will discuss the shows on my lives, right? And give my unpopular opinion. And right now, even though Princess is my homegirl, I love her to death, but I got to jump on Princess ass in this live, okay? Excuse my language, because what was her and Ray J was having a dispute because Ray J, according to her, is a lying, cheating master, and he's always got some other women involved, and there's always some issue with him, and she can't trust him, and yada yada yada, right? Which may be true, may not be. I don't know. I'm not in their relationship, but that is accusations about him from her, right? So when they went to meet up last week, Ray J wasn't anticipating them being in lovers' lane and moving past ABS because that is clearly what they always do. You know, they go through stuff, they file for divorce, they do all this nut shit, they all out online doing crazy stuff, and then next thing you know, they back in lovers' lane. Is they American? So I guess Ray J felt like, well, we always do this, and I'm tired of doing it this time, so let's get back lovers lane. And Pricky was like, which is Princess, was like, we're not doing that. So he got upset that she wasn't complying with the whole, you know, our routine. You act mad, I come and butter you up. I tell the world I'm sorry, we be a family for 45 minutes again. Well, this time around, I guess because she was not biting, he started beefing and popping junk to her and saying, like, you know, sorry, y'all, was changing the light and I want to see how it looks. Ooh, what happened? Oh, it turned over, boo. Oh, sorry, guys. But anyway, I'm gonna keep walking. So anyway, maybe this is like a healing. Oh, I think it's maybe this is like a blooper. So anyway, she was cursing him to the floor, saying, "No, I'm not doing this no more. We ain't going back in lovers lane, and you get on my nerves, and whatever the case may be, right?" And the process, yeah, I think it blew. Ooh, maybe this is like a blooper. Cause how it's gonna come on? Oh. So anywho, in the process of her saying all of that, he was saying, well, when I cheated and when I did me and when I had fun, all of the above, guess who I was doing all of these things with? You. You was a part of the cheating and the having fun and the threesomes and the getting our roll on and so on and so forth, right? So when he said that, again, that didn't really shock me because I realized that, you know, this generation, sometimes they need that, so on and so forth. So that part didn't really shock me. What made me want to say something to Princess about it is because I remember when, ooh, maybe I brought some scary movies and that wasn't a good thing. Anywho, what I didn't like about Princess is, my issue with this situation was when he was dating Tiara Marie and then he broke up with Tiara Marie, like a short, I think. And then he broke up with Tiara Marie. And you know, when you dating a guy, you living with them. We as women, we have things. We have female products over their house. They have male products over our house. That's some of the way it goes. Well, anyway, Tiara Marie said some of her, I think it was like yeast infection cream or whatever it was that she left for Ray J because again, they were like fake staying together because they were a couple. And I remember Princess trying to drag her, like, you know, your coochie got an infection and look at the cream you got and this ain't right. And, you know, all of the things that she said. And at that time when she said, again, granted, in all fairness, I don't know what Tiara Marie has. She do have the cream, but I also know that whatever she had, it's a human thing. You know, I mean, a female thing, rather. You know, it happens. So you can't really be that upset. But the fact that she was trying to drag her about it is what made me look at, keep turning that light while you're doing that. What made me peek at her because it's like, you were sitting up here dragging this. You were sitting up here dragging this girl about having some coochie cream, and clearly you having threesomes and foursomes and fivesomes. I'm pretty sure you had some cream as well. I'm pretty sure you had some creams as well. So the fact that you was trying to play Tiara Marie say all these things about her when you there settling for some mess to be with this guy as well, says a lot about you, my girl, Ricky. So I love you to death. I like you and AJ together, but I gotta call you on that. I gotta call you on that one. You OT an apology because you tried to make it seem like the fact that she had some coochie cream made her thoughts thinking dirty coochie hole, and you know she was dead wrong, and you couldn't believe it. And here, take your yeast infection cream. You tried to embarrass her on national TV in front of everybody. When I'm pretty sure if you and him was slinging and blinging and dinging and flinging, that you have some coochie cream as well. That you have some, look at, oh, all of the lights. Okay, we're back. This is the ghetto. So therefore we have to settle for some ghetto things. I'm a little bit back. Is I'm American? Who knows? Take your set. But anywho, back to what I was saying. Pricky, I'm going to heal your heart in a one-on-one session. I don't got time to be, I lost all my viewers. Wow, but they'll come back. They'll come back. So anyway, let's move on from Pricky and Ray J. I do want to move on to a conversation that I've kind of already had that I'm really not in the mood to have again, but I'm going to try to have it one more time and say it in a nice way. Most of the folks that I know is partying, right? Most of the folks that I know, they like Cardi. Cardi is a girl and they're part of the gang, right? Don't get me wrong. I genuinely like the songs that Cardi is on. Let me be very honest and very clear. I like the songs that Cardi is on. So I like Shake It. I like the songs that Cardi is on. I like when she talks ratchet and gutter and gangsta and all those things. I won't lie. The project in me, I like that, right? I like that. I enjoy it. I listen to it. It gets me hype on the train. I'm teed up. I'm lit. So I'm not taking that away from Cardi. That's what she does, right? Now, when she first started off rapping that way and talking like that, you know, it was the music. That's where I enjoy it. I enjoy when you get on the track and on the music, it's a lot of technical difficulties tonight. I see maybe this wasn't the night. The rain and got me or something. But in all fairness, when you do it on the music, I love it, Cardi. Do your thing, talk your ish. I want to hear the junk you pop, yada, 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 right? What I cannot take is the ongoing social media rants with everybody, right? But I will probably be able to take it happening because what I feel is that some folks feel like every time somebody says or does something, they have to address it. People in the world like that. They feel like if you try to play me, I'm going to try to play you. If you try to play me, I'm going to try to play you. So you have folks that as soon as you say one to them, they saying two to you. I mean, I don't really prescribe to that. Excuse me, I don't really subscribe to that. Is I'm American? Take a sip. Let's try it again. I don't really subscribe to that because I really want to subscribe to Beyonce's formula, which is totally and completely unbothered by whoever says whatever. So I noticed that those folks that want to address every little thing, I mean, they kind of irritate me, but I would be here for it with Cardi if it was mostly getting addressed in the music. We're not getting a sophomore album because Cardi is either in court every 45 milliseconds or online every second of the day arguing with somebody about something. Cardi, I like you. I like you as a rapper. I like listening to your music. I like when you talk ish about these same people in your records. I love you on Glorilla's Tomorrow. I genuinely love that verse. But I think that maybe a lot of your focus should go to responding in your music and actually putting your own music out than responding online and then going to all of these court dates. Cardi, you won't break my soul. Okay. I think you're talented. I think you're cool. I think you're very likable. I think you're the people's champ. But I also think that you have to put out the music. And I think maybe your studio time is being spent online responding to all of these people and every little thing that they say. and you arguing with folks who don't even have the platform that you have. So it's like you paying attention to every mute and minion and following up with everything that they say to prove a point. You would never be able to prove your point to them. So how about you just get in the studio and all the points you want to prove, you put it on wax and then you put it out for the world to hear. We would appreciate that. But Cardi, we need the music. We need the music. We don't need no more face-offs online. We don't need no more sightings at court. We need it in the music. So Cardi, if you please drop this off my album and you can address everything that you address online there. Okay? Because the Cardi versus everybody campaign, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm trying, but at this point, I'm getting exhausted even waiting for the music. So I'm like, okay, girl, when it drops, I probably don't even listen because come on. So won't you use all that adrenaline that you have and all those responses that you have and all those receipts that you have for all the folks that you are beefing with online? Just go to the studio, air it out on about 12 tracks, do about 2 features to let folks know I don't need no whole bunch of people to hold me down. I got this. I'm on round 2. Y'all ain't ready for me. It's up and it's stuck. And do what you do. And then you put it out and let the world do what the world is going to do. Love you for being you. But this every second, every minute, every day, arguing online with anybody you could pick up on, all of the social media websites and all the neighborhood talk in the shade room. It's just, it's too much. It's too much, Cardi. And it's taken away from us really liking you for who you are, which is you putting out content, you putting out music. So, Cardi, you won't break my soul, okay? Hopefully, sooner than later, you say it's finally here and you drop the sophomore bit, right? Okay. I don't know, moving right along. I don't know if you guys, like, when you become a YouTuber, you start watching other YouTubers, right? So I watch folks that you know already in this space. Like case in point, I was telling y'all earlier about the calling line. I got that from another YouTuber because I thought that was cute. You know, he would give his feedback and then he would give folks the opportunity to call in and say, okay, well, I felt like this about what you said. I didn't agree. I did agree. You know, everybody would be respectful on the calling line, and it's cute. So I'm going to figure out how to make that happen. But in the meantime, one of the YouTubers that I watch is Armon Wiggins. Now, him, I'm just going to give a short little scenario about what happened with them, and you guys can look that up on your own. Anyway, he's a YouTuber. I mean, I like him. I like to think he does a lot of the Cardi, Nicki, a lot of the female rapper beef. He keeps up with a lot of that stuff. He doesn't really do reviewing shows and things of that nature. But anyway, the reason why I was talking about him this week is because he got on his YouTube and for about maybe 2.5 hours, he dragged Jason Lee. Jason Lee. And the reason why I brought it up because Jason Lee is not a YouTuber. He is a content creator though. And I watched his show when he had it with Melissa Ford and, just some of the way the relationships fell apart and some of the things that people said that he did. I wasn't there. I do not know. Hearing Armon speak about him, it kind of resonated with me because it also showed how many people can be. I don't know if Jason is or isn't really like that, but just hearing how some people would be so threatened by you and would like try to create an issue with you or do weird or mean things to you subliminally and then try to act like those things are not for you. It's so distasteful and it's embarrassing, because the person is not directly saying it to you. A lot of times you will ignore it. A lot of times you will ignore it because you don't want to look like you crazy and you don't want to look like you're trying to make up something that's not there because the person is not directly saying it to you. But most times you do know that energy is for you because you can see it in all their actions. You can see it in all their actions. And I noticed that folks, they get a little flustered because the saying almost goes, I cannot keep letting somebody push me and I just keep falling to the side. At some point, I have to push back. And I think folks have to figure out where's the medium and where's the final resting place where I should take the opportunity to push back. Right. And that even goes hand in hand with what I was saying about Cardi earlier. It's not that I don't think you can push back. I just think there's ways that you can push back. And I think that if you're mature enough, you have to choose your battles. You have to choose your battles. You literally have to choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to have pushback and feedback for folks that you feel like is picking on you or bothering you or trying to play you or doing things to embarrass you, that's okay. That's okay. But always, one, decide what that's going to look like, and also pick and choose the ones that you want to address. Again, like I said, my goal is to become Beyonce and bother and don't address anybody. But what I was explaining to Pookie was that the only way that I would be able to do that is to get out my feelings about what's being said about me. You know, and a lot of times that's kind of hard for people to do, because even if it's not true, it's so offensive, the things that people will make up on you or say about you, that it makes you get in your feelings like, what type of person are you trying to paint me out to be? What type of monster do you think I am? Why would you say that? Why would you do that? But of course, if folks are trying to run with the narrative that they have created, they will say and do anything. They will say and do anything. And if you think that I have time to be sitting around addressing any and everybody about things that they may or may not have made up, I just don't have the time or the energy. They won't break my soul. So I have to focus on the things that I have to focus on, and I have to do what I have to do. And I think, again, like I said, if I was in a Healing Heart session with Cardi or with Armon, because they are both addressing folks who they feel like are throwing jabs at them or insulting them or disrespecting them, I would have to say, what does your feedback or your comeback look like within addressing that situation? And also, in some cases, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? I saw a meme that said, I'm not explaining myself to folks who are committed to misunderstanding me. I have subscribed to that. I have subscribed to that. I am not at all wasting my time, energy, or breath on folks trying to prove something to them if they are committed to a misunderstanding me. So no matter what I say or do, you may never like me. No matter what I say or do, you may never receive me. No matter what I say or do, you may never believe me. That's okay. That's okay. So for folks like Cardi and folks like Armon, I just wish that they were very, and not so Armon, because I felt like when he did roll out what he had to say about Jason Lee, he had many viewpoints. I mean, he didn't just jump out the window. It was time to be addressed. But as for Cardi, I think that you might want to just maybe address some of those things in your music instead of sitting online every day and addressing every single person. You won't break my soul. But I guess Cardi probably saying, is I'm American? I don't know. Take a sip. Take a sip. Is you American? Okay. For folks that's just joining the live, every time you hear me say, is I'm American, in my JT voice, you got to take a sip of the drink that you have. Make sure you go up there and you like this video. Go like this video right now. Go like it. Anyway, let's move on along. When I first got on this YouTube journey, I got on it because I wanted to review reality shows, right? Because again, like I said to you guys earlier, I am a heavy reality TV watcher, right? I am a very good reality TV watcher. Like I used to literally get into huge debates about Yandy and Chrissy. That's how far back I go in this reality game TV watching ish, right? So because of that, I started saying, especially in the pandemic, when I seen that people will review shows, and I know I have a strong opinion about these same shows because I watched them, I want to do that. But I don't know, something about just sitting here and recapping a show, I don't know if it really works for me. I don't know if it really works for me. I wanted to do it, but I kind of felt like that doesn't really intrigue me enough. And for me, I do things that feel good for me. I'm sorry. I do things that feel good for me. I know folks always say, you can always do what feels good. I don't know. That's just the place that I come from. So I didn't recap shows. But what I did promise you guys is if an opportunity presented itself in a show where a cast member needed healing, that's what I would use my platform for. So that's why I would bring up the show instead of recapping the whole show every week. I don't know if I have time for that. But I can bring up the opportunities in which folks need healing. So I don't know which video it is. I'll drop down and put it in the description box so you guys can go to it, where I kindly you know, gave some feedback about Dr. Heavenly. Do you guys watch Married to Medicine? Do any of you watch Married to Medicine? I've had conversation about Married to Medicine before. It's with Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie. They all in Atlanta. Some of them are gynecologists. Somebody is a dentist. Other folks are married to guys who are in the medicine field. Like, it's a really good show. What I will say is, if you're an older adult, like say for example 35 plus, it's a really good show, because as opposed to them being fighting, getting physical, and ratchet and all of that, no, they are older women who, they will get a little nasty, they will get slick with the mouth, but they will stay in their lane because they know they have businesses to protect. So it doesn't go too far with me. That's my brand of reality TV that I'm into now. So I like the show. Anyway, if you watch it, oh, okay, Nikki, Miss Quad is your girl. I can't do Miss Quad. I can't do Miss Quad. I think Miss Quad is the preacher's wife, but God bless her. But she's beautiful, and I can see how wild her personality is. So that's why you were bang on Nikki. But what I wanted to say about it was, the last time I spoke to you guys, I spoke about Dr. Heavenly, and I'm not gonna lie. This is my truth. I'm gonna share with you guys. I always get annoyed with the mean fat girl on these shows, right? You know why I get annoyed? Because the one thing that the public will do is they will translate the mean fat girl on the show as like the bitter, angry fat girl because they're fat. That's just how it's going to get swung. I don't care if they bring up every reasoning about why they're mean that has nothing to do with their weight. That's how they're going to equate it. You're just mad because you're fat, right? So I kind of get a little annoyed with the girls, because I'm like, well, why are you being so mean on these shows? Because you are perpetuating that stigma, right? And then some folks on the show, when they explain, like case in point, I remember Buffy was on Married to Medicine. Buffy was not a mean fat girl. Buffy was a very, very nice, and I don't mean fat in an offensive way, but the women that I'm naming are overweight. Okay, let's just be clear. So I'm not saying that to offend anybody. Buffy was a plus size woman, but she was a very nice and loving plus size woman. I liked her when she was on Married to the Medicine. Dr. Heavenly, unfortunately, is not a nice plus size woman. She may be a good businesswoman. She may be good for the show because she shows up and she does her job and she gets drama stirred up. But I also think it's not just work. I think it's a part of Heavenly's personality to be mean, but I also think she talked a lot about her past, which is the reason why she's that way. And it has to do with her feeling like she was the fat, ugly girl when she was younger, right? I don't subscribe to that because I never had that feeling. Right? Again, I'm not going to go into the whole spiel about me being beautiful and popular. I've done that in plenty of other videos. Go check those ones out. So I'm not going to do that here. But I just get so annoyed when I see them because I'm like, we all represent each other. That's just like Black women. We all represent each other. So my fellow fat girls, I get disappointed. Like, come on, hold it down. But I also do know that being plus size does come with its own set of issues. So I'm not knocking it, but at the same token, I don't think it's fair for everybody else to have to pay for what you've been through, right? So anyway, her thing is she's going to be very, very, very distasteful to the other women. And what I learned with them is because Heavenly can bumble. Heavenly can bumble. I learned that Floridians, they have mouths on them, including the city girls. Is I'm American? Take a sip. But I've learned within the last couple of months, Floridians have a mouth on them that many people don't want to bumble with. You got to be a real Brooklyn. I ain't going to front around with East York to be able to bumble with a Floridian because they got mouths on them. They have mouths on them. I noticed that. And the one thing that I can say about Heavenly, I see this in another YouTube I watch called Funky Daniva. I see this in the City Girls, Florida, Kaya, Trina, that mouth. I ain't worried about nobody's mouth. I ain't worried about nobody mouth. They won't break my soul. I'm going to rank from the mountaintops. So I'm on time for your mind. You come, I'm coming 3 times harder. So Heavenly wouldn't break my soul. But a lot of women on that show, she can break their soul. So they allow a lot of her antics because they don't want to have to bumble with her because of her mouth. And it's not a show that you could just smack the dog ish out of her because it's not one of them shows where you get physical, right? So people shy away from it. Anyway, Dr. Contessa. Me personally, I love Dr. Contessa. I love Dr. Contessa. I love Dr. Contessa. I think she showed up on the show. Pookie, what I gotta fix? Why you send this? Dr. Contessa, in my opinion, showed up on the show very much level-headed, very much assertive, very grounded. She's a beautiful woman. She's educated. She's accomplished. And I like that she could assess, a situation and be able to pass good judgment in it. She has a good spirit of discernment. The only thing I did see with Contessa is that sometimes, she can waver a little bit in some of her feelings and thoughts because she doesn't really want to hurt other folks. And my thing is, I'm all for people being considerate of other folks' feelings. But at the same token, is I'm American? Take yourself. I say this in any relationship that I'm in, whether that's romantic, whether that's a family relationship, whether that's a friendship. Your book, as long as it doesn't sink mine, let me reiterate, whatever floats your boat, as long as it does not sink mine, right? So I'm okay with you having your way. I'm okay with you doing you. I'm okay with it being all good until what's all good and great for you has done something to harm, hurt, or sabotage me. Because then when that happens, it's no longer your boat floating. Let's stop this boat right here. Get up out that boat. We need to talk on land, beloved. We need to talk on land because I'm okay with your boat floating as long as your boat is not trying to sink mine. And that's what I saw with Dr. Contessa. She kind of a little bit not away, but she could sway a little bit just not to offend certain folks. And I was like, Contessa, I like that about you a little bit because it lets me know you're considerate of other folks' feelings, but it kind of gives me like a little bit of people pleaser vibe, and I can identify with that a lot. So it's like, that works for you in the end. Right. So anyway, she became friends with Dr. Heavenly. She was having an issue in her marriage. She shared that with the whole crew. Right. Put my glasses on for this portion of the video, right? Everybody tell me I look like a tea. If I'm American, take a sip of y'all drink. So apparently she shared with everybody, me and my husband is going to X, Y, Z, A, B, C, right? Do I think that was a mistake of hers? No, I don't. I feel like if you have girlfriends that you genuinely are close with, that you can share things with, which you probably can if you're close to them, then by all means, keep it real with them. Listen, this is not all glitz and glamour. This is not all perfect and happy. We are growing through some things at the moment. And at the moment, I'm almost feel like we ain't going to make it. Because let me tell you what the F this Negro did. So for me personally, I know some people subscribe to the whole they don't tell nobody their business because yada, 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 right? I get all of that. I hear all of that. I don't knock nobody who feels that way. Me personally, I do not subscribe to that. I do have my subset of folks that when I'm growing through things in any one of my relationships with, this is who I share that with. Right? Okay. So my personal opinion was if Contessa came to the crew, which included Dr. Heavenly, to say, listen, my husband is pulling this. I don't think we're going to make it, yada, 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 right? I want to tell you guys something. And I pride myself on making sure that I don't do this in my healing heart sessions. Let me move the camera a little closer, because it's to my detriment, and it's to the detriment of my participants, because it does not help them. Most times, especially when you're not doing it from a trained professional standpoint, most when you give folks feedback and advice, you are thinking in the own personal experience. Let me say that again. Most times when you give people feedback or advice, if you're not coming from a professional space, you are more than likely giving that feedback or that advice in a mindset, in the realm of a personal experience. Everybody experience is different. Everybody's personal experience is different. So am I saying that a person giving advice from their personal experience is wrong? No. You know why I'm not saying they're wrong? Because I do not feel like folks do that with malicious intent. So I don't think that when folks give feedback and they're building from their experience or thinking about their own personal experience that they had, I don't think they're thinking about it saying, oh, well, I got ruined, so I want you to be ruined. No, I don't think it's malicious intent. I think for the most part, I'm giving you this feedback because I might have been hurt, or a bad thing may have happened to me as a result of that. And I'm really trying to protect you from that happening to you, right? That would be fine for me. I would appreciate and understand that. What I think folks have to understand that is giving the feedback from that perspective is that I'm not you. I am not at all you. So if you were in a marriage and your marriage didn't work because your man cheated and you accepted it, and then he cheated 3 or 4 more times, and then you ended up leaving him, and you are heartbroken and you feel ashamed because your man continued to do it because you kept him around, and now here I am showing up saying to you, listen, I'm in a situation where there's some infidelity, and you telling me run for the hills because I've been through that. They will continue to make it happen. Maybe my man won't do what your ex did. Is I'm American? Maybe that's not the case. So I think what happened with Dr. Contessa is that she shared a lot of what she was growing through with folks who had their own personal experiences. So because they had their own personal experiences, they started placing judgment on her situation, and then they started advising her on what she needed to do. Let me say this. No two situations are the same, ladies and gentlemen. No two situations are the same. Never get tricked into thinking any two situations are the same. They are not. Everybody is an individual. Everybody is their own person. Every circumstance is its own isolated circumstance. I don't care how relatable it is to yours. I do not care. So Contessa got bullied into trying to take these people advice because she had shared so much about her relationship, right? So now she's in a space of, what am I going to do? Because they're telling me I should do this, and I think I should. And they're telling me I should do that, and I think I should. But really and truly, I don't know what I want to do, because at the end of the day, those people are not married to Contessa's husband, Scott. They're not married to him. So the things that they're saying and feeling is from their own personal experiences, from people that they have relationships with. They don't know who Scott is as a husband. You do. So now what ends up happening is when you sit down with your husband, and a lot of what these women were advising you to do is not the best result for your situation, and you no longer want to listen to it, or you no longer want to follow their advice, now we got some friction going on. Now we got some friction going on, because 2 things happen here. Number one, I showed that I didn't do what you felt like I should do. So there's some disdain about the decision I made. So you trying to make me feel bad, and you telling me you deserve better and you shouldn't deal with that because I didn't make the decision that you wanted me to make. And also there's some disdain on your part because now they're judging the decision that you're making because it's not cohesive with what they wanted you to do. There's the beef right there. There is the beef right there. The beef is Contessa went and laid out her whole life, and then she looked for feedback from folks. And when she did not get the feedback that would benefit her relationship, she went back to her relationship, and she found something that did benefit it, but it didn't benefit the folks that she was sharing all of the things with that you wanted feedback from. So now they looking at you like, oh, word, you back with this nigga? Your self-esteem is low. You deserve better. What about if I'm getting better from this person? Contessa, you left your relationship open for judgment and they judged it. Is you American? It's no shade, but it is what it is. So now here we are, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa is at full-on war because Dr. Heavenly is still discussing all of the bad things about Contessa's relationship. And Contessa is saying, but my relationship is no longer bad. Please stop discussing it. Can you make her? Also, why would she when you gave her all the ammunition to do so? That's one. But then my other part of that, the caveat of that, and this is what lets me know that Heavenly is just a mean person, is because Heavenly is a married woman. And according to her, she take marriage very seriously. If Contessa is willing to go back and work on her marriage, why continue to talk negatively about it if she's no longer talking negatively about it? Let it go. Let it go. Regardless of what Contessa said in the past, regardless of what Contessa felt in the past, regardless of what she was exposed to in the past by Contessa and Scott. If Contessa and Scott is making a decision to say, you know what, we want to work this out and we in love, allow them to have that. You have your own marriage. And folks are allowing you to be happy. Leave these people alone. But I think that's easier said than done. I think it makes Heavenly feel good to have someone as a punching bag. She's done it since she got on the show. And again, it's a little disappointing because I think she looks gorgeous. I think she loses a lot of weight. I think she's a good businesswoman. And I think if she was able to let go of some of her past and all of that hindrance, all of the hindrances that she had from her mom and her sister, and how they left her in the back room behind the closet and treated her like she was Shrek, she would be able to actually get along with these women. She would actually be able to enjoy the company of having good friends without being so malicious and disrespectful towards them and hiding behind. You know, I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I ain't going to do it again. Accept my apology. No. And for these women, I feel like all of them, because they don't want to bumble with Heavenly's mouth, they make excuses for her. Quad, Jackie. That's why I like Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone said, every time you come, I'm coming too. You're not going to continue to say these things. I even see her folding in some regard. So right now, Contessa is the only one standing up for herself saying, I'm not playing with you. I'm working on my marriage. I'm doing what I got to do. That has nothing to do with you, and I'm not playing with you. I respect that. So that's Marrried to Medicine, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reunion. Right now, Dr. Contessa, she ran down because, you know, on a reunion, folks have their trailers that they're in, you know, they're getting ready. They said Dr. Contessa ran up in Dr. Heavenly in them trailer. Now, all of a sudden, Dr. Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie are sharing the trailer. Yeah, because I feel like, Simone, you just conform because, you know, Jackie was over there with Heavenly, so you just conform to the ish Heavenly do. No, I don't like it, but you won't break my soul. I don't care. But they said Dr. Contessa ran down in the trailer. What's up? It's up and it's stuck. You talk a lot online on your YouTube channel. Come holler at me. And I can honestly say I hear Contessa. I feel Contessa. Also, shout out to Janelle who did Contessa hair. Janelle did my hair before. Good hairstylist from Brooklyn. Hey, Janelle. You know, I respect what Contessa did. Stop playing with my marriage. And you know why I stopped playing with my marriage heavily? Because you let nobody play with yours. But Contessa, the only thing I can say that Heavenly did that you didn't do is she insulated her marriage so nobody couldn't play with it. Don't make that mistake again, my dear. Don't make that mistake again. It's okay to share things with your close friends. Make sure these are your close friends. Because right now, what I see with Heavenly is working. She got a job to do. Even at the expense of all these ladies here. It is what it is. That's what she gets paid for. So anyway, moving right along because we're heading on into an hour, and I like for these lives to be, not too long, right? Boom. Real Housewives of Potomac. Who's watching? Again, another show that I was going to make an attempt to review. I can't do it every week. I don't know. It's just not my thing. But I want to talk about the main event because I had to make her the main event because she broke my soul from when Monique was on the show. And I just can't. Crying ass Candiace Dillard Bassett. Okay? I'm going to use this opportunity to make some attempt to heal her heart because you know what I see with Candiace? You know what I see with Candiace? Candiace is incredibly intelligent. A beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. I can definitely respect an intelligent Black woman. I also know that she will use all of her big vocabulary words and everything she learned in the White House to talk circles around these other ladies when really and truly, girl, you was blowing absolute smoke. Absolute smoke. But I hear you, girl. I hear you continue using those 12-letter words and continue going to the encyclopedia to get your little. I get it. I get it. I get it. Giselle and Rob and all these people, they don't know what none of those words mean. So they just going what they got cursed out by you because you done said a lot of things. You very long-winded. You talk very loud. Yes, I hear all of that. I hear all of that, Candiace. I really, really do. I actually respect it. I actually respect it. You actually could lend me some words from the encyclopedia that you know. Praise God for a Black, educated young woman. I love that about you. But, Candiace, my dear, you are a prime candidate for Operation Hill 100 Hearts. Okay? And I want to be very clear with you that that is what you need because there is some trauma there. And I don't want you to think because you are so academically astute that you will be able to bypass the social and emotional piece that needs to be worked on. Okay, and it's falling all out all over the show. And again, when it starts to fumble all out and you start to lose it, what you do is you go and you throw all your vocabulary words on these ladies, and because they don't understand what you say and don't know what you mean other than Wendy, they just let you talk circles around them. But no, you are not low, Candiace. I'm sorry, you are not low. I would go all the way back to the Monique thing, but I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to start from where we are right now because you gave a whole caveat about Giselle. You talked about what example she is leading by for her daughters and all of that, right? And I'm looking at everything you took the time out to write. I have to find this. I have to find it because it was a lot. It was a lot that you said. It was a lot. So let me see if I can find, what you said on that was I just looked at that like, don't get me wrong. I hear you, girl. I hear everything that you said. I hear everything that you said. It's just that at the same token of you saying all of these lovely things, you still didn't address the fact that there were some things that was done that was inappropriate. Bottom line. Now, what I will say is the caveat of that is that it wasn't done inappropriately to Giselle. So the point you was making about her, I don't totally disagree with the point, but I did disagree with the fact that you did not want to address what was inappropriate. And because you did not want to address that, you start throwing folks under the bus left and right. And that's what you do. That's what you do because that's what you did when it was Monique. That's exactly what you do, right? So I'm going to tell them, I'm going to share what you said about Giselle. This whole long caveat about how you felt and things of that nature. So you said, blah, 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 forward stories of sexual assault. Following Brian's here we go. Candiace Dillard Bassett came to her husband's defense on social media after Real Housewife of Potomac co-star Giselle Bryant accused him of making her feel uncomfortable in a hotel room in the closing moments of the Bravo reality series' latest episode. Following Brian's allegations, Chris Bassett knowingly asked to talk to her alone in private after filming the Real Housewives of Potomac season 6 reunion. Blah 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 blah. She went all the way down. It said that Giselle's revelation was a feral gutter snipe attempt to upend and dismantle these pillars that women have worked so hard to establish. All in the name of what? All in the name of entertainment. Dillard Bassett wrote, "Where have we landed? How exactly are we here? You are not a victim. You are a calculated slab of misery, creating the next generation of snipes through the fine example of your children. Through the fine example your children have to mirror. We are all in danger." When you have to explain to your children why a woman will use a network television show to falsely accuse a man of inappropriate behavior, call us. Until then, sit it out. Bets are off. Right? So she said more about cursing Candiace out and all of that. I mean, cursing Giselle out and all of that stuff, right? So I want to say how I feel about that whole situation. Giselle gets this whole rap for trying to tear up marriages and stuff like that. I don't negate that. I think Giselle need healing hearts. I think because her and Jamar Bryant weren't successful, she gets thoroughly annoyed when she see other marriages making it, and she uses her storyline to try to do what she needs to do. Again, I'm not really too shocked about that. You know, I think they've allowed it on the show time and time again. So that's not what the issue is, right? Now, what she said about Chris, I have to agree with DJ Richie Scott when he said, you know, you can't gauge somebody's comfort level. So I want to say that whether Giselle felt uncomfortable or not by what Chris did, I cannot say if she did or didn't. I don't want to accuse her of not feeling uncomfortable. What I will say is the manner in which all this transpired, it was shady of Giselle. It was shady because no, you didn't bring it to the public, but you took it to your Muppet and your Geppetto, and you knew that Robin would sound off for you. And once Robin sound off for you, you was able to step back and hold your hands up and say, but I didn't say it. Yeah, but where Robin got that from? You told her. So you wanted it out. And it's okay for you to feel uncomfortable. We're not knocking at Giselle. My issue here I'm speaking about is Candiace, right? So I noticed when the show came on, you in there talking to the producers, right? Boom. Right? Because I'm going to stand for this. So this is the thing, right? Every time something happens, you grab a napkin, you get dabbing, you're so destroyed, you're so heartbroken. So basically what you was telling the producer was that they were trying to allow Giselle to spin the narrative that your man wasn't a good man. He was a pervert. He was doing weird-ish, right? That's what pissed you off, right? Okay, granted, you can speak to the producer about that. I mean, in my opinion, you should have spoke to Giselle about it. She was sitting right there, but you bypassed her and went to the producers when you could just speak to her directly. But that lets me know she got some of y'all shook. Anyway, you went to speak to the producers and they told you what anybody would say. I don't have control over what you or Giselle said. So I can't say if it was right or wrong. That came out your mouth the same way it came out her mouth. What do you want me to do? But what you then proceeded to do, wait, is I'm American? Y'all take a sip. Y'all know when I say is I'm American, I'm a city girl. Take a sip. What you then proceeded to do was, after you shared that, you know, Giselle was trying to, you know, paint the picture of your husband and you weren't going to stand for that, you then started throwing Ashley's husband, because they're not divorced yet, Ashley's husband under the bus and talking about him like a dog. Granted, I know for you, Candiace, that every little thing that happens, you're going to lean on the guy of color. I'm not saying that that's not taking place on that set, but I'm also saying if you feel that strongly about it, then you should quit. then you should quit. Because that was very unfair to Ashley, who came to you one-on-one. She didn't go around and spread it like it was gossip. She didn't do no BS to you. She said, I think we're trying to build a friendship. And since you said you appreciate me to you one-on-one, I'm coming to you one-on-one, which is a part of going to about something that Chris did that was weird to me. And I just want to make sure that we don't have no issue about it. So this girl is actually working hard to build a friendship with you. And the moment that you get to say something about anybody and you're having an issue in that moment with Giselle, you're going to turn around, go have the issue with the producer. And while you're having an issue with the producer about what Giselle said, you're going to throw Ashley's husband under the bus? Why? Why did you continuously bringing up Michael and everything that he did? At the end of the day, what your whole argument and complaint was that Chris didn't do anything. So why are you bringing up what Michael did do and how they were in defense of him? You don't need to bring that up, because it would be different you saying that Chris did do something and you want production to be in defense of him the same way that they would be in defense of Michael. Fine, we get it. Okay, argue that point. But at the same token, you're trying to say that Chris didn't do anything. So what the hell are you bringing Michael up for? And then on top of bringing him up, you dragging him and dragging him and dragging him. At the end of the day, whether Ashley is in a living with him, loving him or not, she's still not divorced from him. That's her husband. Is that fair? Is that fair? Well, let me tell you what Ashley did you the courtesy of doing, because they may not know this on live right now. Ashley and Candiace had an issue last year. Ashley did this whole, Candiace did this whole breakdown. She want to know, is I'm American? Take a sip of your drink when y'all hear that. But Candiace did this whole breakdown because Ashley was willing to advocate for Monique and say, listen, that's my friend, blah, blah, blah. So she saw how upset that made Candiace, and Candiace laid down her rules that if you want to be friends with me, if something goes wrong, you come to me. This is also what Candiace said, right? So now when this season starts, let me tell you this. First of all, let's be clear. A lot of last season, it was allegedly. I'm going to say this. I'm going to use allegedly because I wasn't there to see him actually put the drink to his mouth. So I'm going to say allegedly. But allegedly, it looked like Chris was drunk all fucking season. I'm sorry. It looked like Chris was very, very, very stressed out about quitting his job and managing Candiace. And it looked like he was drinking all season, allegedly. Right? I mean, to me, he always looked drunk. Okay, let's start there. Right? So I believe that, that might be the case. What Ashley said happened was he DM'd her. No, let me not say DM because I forgot that's what I'm trying to, use as a caveat to that. He responded to her story. She was out and about partying. Hey, ooh, hey. So he saw she was out and about partying, and he said, hey, you should come over here to the whatever hotel or whatever the restaurant, wherever he's the head manager at, right? Okay. Number one on the list, I think that if Chris was not drinking, which I believe that he was allegedly, that is why he sent the message. And I think he sent the message under the context that he sent it because he was inebriated. Allegedly. Because I think that if he was sober, he would have said, hey, I see you're out and about. You know that I'm the owner of blah, 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 or co-owner, or whatever he is now, or so-and-so spy. And if you're still going to be out, make sure you stop by. We would love to see you here. That would make sense, right? That would make sense. Number one, Ashley didn't know he was no manager, co-manager, host, whatever he is at the new restaurant he's at. She didn't know why he was DMing her or commenting on her story, not DMing her, I'm sorry, or commenting on her story at that time of night. And then also asking for her to come where he is. That's weird behavior. I'm sorry. So I'm not even going to go off what Giselle said about Chris. I'm going to leave that one alone. Let's really discuss what is weird behavior, right? And I had this conversation with Pookie earlier because I said, let's take a real look at this, right? Let's take a real look at this. I open up a lounge, right? Hey, ooh, Is I'm American, take your drink. So now I open up this lounge and I say, I want clientele. Now, again, that's just my general thought because I want clientele. Me personally, I'm not friends with many of Pookie's friends. I'm not friends with any of them. Do I know them? Yes. How you doing? I'm always very cordial. I'm always very nice. And I'm also always going to be very respectful because those are his friends. But those are not my friends. Those are not people that I call on the phone. I took none of the above. I just know them in passing. Hello, hello. If I see them when him and I are together, or if I may see them in the street, hello, hello, if we're close enough to speak, right? So if I open up a lounge and I know that one of Pookie friends has a large following, like I know if they come to this lounge, it's going to be lit. This is what I would say, right? I would say, hey, Pookie, you know tonight is R&B night, and I know your friend, he sings. So if he's going to be out and about tonight, hit him up and let him know, or send him a flyer, or let him know I work there now, or if they want somewhere to be, I could get him free drinks. I'll let him know to advise his people, so just in case they showed up, they would get the invitation through him. Out of respect, right? But I'll take it a step further, and I'll even use the situation that it looked like happened on Potomac, right? Let's just say first of all, I'm at work. So what time do I have in a place that I'm managing to be on Instagram? But whatever, let's just say I'm on here because I have time for that because it's dead, which is why I'm going to kind of assume that's why he invited her, right? So let's just say he did have time to be on Instagram because it was so dead in the spot, and he looked up and he saw in Ashley's stories she was out and about and she was so high, right? Wouldn't the proper thing to do would be to say, hey, Ashley, I see you're out. Do you know that I manage so-and-so restaurant, and I could get y'all a little bit of free drinks if you bring your crowd through? Because her natural response back would be, hey, Chris, oh, that's what's up, I'm coming. Or, hey, Chris, we too far, I can't make it. Or whatever her response would be. But she would have the context in which that text was sent, so it wouldn't leave no weird energy for you to think anything else. But to hit the girl up and say, hey, you should come through at 1, 2, 3, whatever time in the morning it was. I don't know where you work because you ain't my man. So what the hell is going on here? What is going on here? So what pissed me off about Candiace was that, okay, when Ashley came to you, you tried to make it seem like she was being shady by trying to clarify, like, I'm just letting you know what your husband said, and then I'm also letting you know that I don't want no parts. Is everything okay? Then Candiace proceeded to share, oh no, he's a manager there now, blah, blah, blah. So Ashley was like, okay, thank you, because I did not know that. And I didn't want things to be weird, but since you explained that to me, thank you. I'm done with the situation. So now fast forward to Giselle. You are at a place where Giselle made some comments about your husband, and instead of you going up to Giselle and commenting about what she said, you're going to go to the producer, and while you at the producer, you're going to throw Ashley's husband under the bus? How, Sway? How? How? And am I taking up and by any means Michael? No, not at all. Everything they accused Michael of, Michael did, but that's the past. That is the past. That's number one. Number two, Michael ain't never did nothing to you, Candiace. So that's the past, and you wasn't directly penetrated by it. So now let's talk about what's happening in the present. What's happening in the present is that one of your cast members is accusing your husband of being weird, and you have yet to address them, and the other cast member is sharing with you that your husband was weird, and you're disrespecting and throwing them under the bus because what they shared with you. What the hell is going on, Candiace? And then on top of you doing all of that, here you go with this. And then after you do that, you go and turn on your encyclopedia and you leave all of these fucking 27 letter words on your social media to make it look like you're Michelle Obama giving a speech. Candiace, I don't believe you. You need more people. Is I'm American? No, I'm not in this moment. Like, you won't break my soul, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, and you will not break my soul. The antics have to stop, Candiace. The antics have to stop. They've been going on since Monique. I've been letting you slide. Again, you're a beautiful black woman. You have a beautiful voice. You're a good actress from what it looks like to me. And I mean, to some degree, you're likable. But when you pull these things right here, you need your heart healed. You need an Operation Hill 100 heart session, because I would be getting with you. I would be getting with you about all of your antics. Not about Chris antics, not about Monique antics, not about Ashley antics, not about Giselle antics, about your own antics. Because what you did in this moment, it made no sense. Ashley came to you like a woman, and she even said when she came to you, I'm trying to build on our relationship, so I want to be honest with you. I want to make this awesome. Explain to me what happened here. You still side her. Then you turn around, and the person that said it directly about your husband being here and being disrespectful, you don't address her. You address the producer, and you throw Ashley's family under the. Why? Is I'm American? Like, you won't break my soul. So Candiace, I don't know. You need to provide some form of explanation, because that was poor, disgusting, and whoever could subscribe to that, I don't understand. That was dead ass wrong. That was wrong. That was wrong. That was really, really wrong. If you want to address anybody, it should be Giselle. But you ain't gonna go on your platform and leave no whole 3-page letter about her when you was right there in the same room with her. What was that? But again, I'll continue watching. I just had to get that out about that, because I didn't like that. And not only didn't I like it, but it also let me know how bad Candiace needs healing hearts, because I've seen her go to therapists on the show and I've seen nothing happen and nothing change. So, sweetie, if anybody tag Candiace on here, Candiace Dillard Bassett, I think her name is Candy Girl or Candy Gal or something like that on Instagram, tag her. She needs healing hearts. She needs healing hearts, because there's something socially and emotionally that needs to be addressed. It has nothing to do with academically, girl. You are light years ahead of folks, okay? So that's not the case. What we are addressing is some of your social and emotional things, and how you can be a trigger for other folks, and how you can be a gaslighter, and how you can ignite things and then stand back and say, I don't know how that fire got started. And then how you can use colorism as the backdrop from which you stand on. And again, I'm not there at Bravo. But at the same time, if it's that you say it is, and you're being treated unfairly, quit. But don't get down in the mud with them and accuse them of being in the mud. You in it with them. What you did to Ashley wasn't cool. What you did to Ashley was not cool. It's not cool. Has Michael done these things? Yes. Are they behind them? Yes. He's not even on the show, and you and Ashley are building something better. And also, why are you addressing her? You should be addressing Giselle. But what it seems like it is, you know that Giselle might be Queen Bee on the show, so you're avoiding her because you don't want to be off the show, but you're trying to keep the storyline going, so now you're building something else off of that. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. As far as Wendy, Mia, Robin, I'll talk about them at another time. That was cool. But what I did want to do for you folks, is I wanted to give you guys a preview of the new Dear DJ, because I got the letter and I was like, ooh, this is hot like fire. So I wanted to give you guys a preview of it, so y'all could be tuned in, because I'm going to do another Dear DJ. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I had 500 views on my when you see the new DJ video where I talk about my surgical procedures. So I'm gonna record part 2, because I'm now embarking on part 3. Is I'm American? Take a drink. Oh Lord. So I hit the 500 views. I'm going to upload part 2 of my surgical procedures, because like I said, I'm on the journey of part 3 right now. But in the meantime, in between time, let me read to y'all the new Dear DJ, hot off the press, because I want y'all to be hype about it, because it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Let me find it in my email. It's coming. And it's up and it's stuck. So I want to get y'all ready for what is going on. Where's that? As I'm American? Oh, I'm in the wrong. Girl, you in the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Is I'm American? Like, what is going on? Okay. Y'all ready for the new Dear DJ? I was like, ooh, he won't break my soul. You know what I do love? I love when I get Dear DJs from guys, because guys they're not that verbal. So when they want to talk about something, you know it's real. So let me give y'all the feedback and the deets or what's going on here, and what made me click on it, because it said baby boy in a bond. So that let me know it was a guy. So I'm like, okay, let me see. So it says, dear Deja, yo sis, I got some ish I might need you to intervene. Hold on. Let me look at this one. I got some ish I might need you to intervene in. I love my lady. I really do. We 8 years in. I love my moms. I really do. We a lifetime in. But for a long time, it was just me and mom since that decided to slide as soon as he brought it. So Mama Love and I are locked in, which we all, me, Mama, and Bay know and love. But now with my lady and I coming up on 8 years, I told Mama Love I'm on the grind to get this ring because I'm going to propose to my lady New Year 2023. I told Mama Love this year Valentine's Day. When I gave her the news, I thought she would be hyped because I know she loves Bay. But her response after I said it was lukewarm. I took it as Mama Love was shocked her baby boy taking such a big step. Well, from the moment I shared the news with Mama Love until now, it's in World War III with them. One petty incident after another. They're both two strong-minded, bull-headed women who love me, but these incidents are getting out of hand. My lady has a point about the things that have been taking place because, to be honest, Mama Love is the one igniting the BS. I can't go against Mama Love. So I'm stuck between a brick and a boulder. Help a nigga out. Love you for life, sis, and continue helping niggas heal. Shout out to my son Flockavelli as well. Job well done, bro. Signed, baby boy in a bond. I'm trying everybody. Hey, you won't break my soul. Okay, is I'm American? Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so this week you guys have part 2 of my body sculpting journey. I'm going to leave the other video, and so to refresh your memory, I'm going to leave the link for the other video in the description so y'all can watch that one, because part 2 is coming this week. Dear Deja is coming this week. And those are only 2? Okay, I'm good on that. So look out for me. Thank you, my lovely people who like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said, I can't do the drama. I try. I don't want to be a salacious, dramatic content creator. I really want to help heal people. I really want to help have real conversations. And I know that that's not popular, but I also know that that's God's calling on my life. So, I can't do anything but be genuine and trying to give healing to folks. I'm not going to use this platform to be, is I'm American? That's a platform. Take a step. I can't use this platform to be arguing and fussing and fighting and, talking down on people and being mean to people. I only want to heal people because I remember it was a time when I was so effed up and I needed healing. And I wish somebody would have provided that for me. And I know a lot of times watching people's videos and things of that nature, that's motivation for you. So, I know people tell me all the time, if I got up here and debated about some of the salacious things that folks debate about, I would be a millionaire on YouTube. I'm not doing that. I'm doing what feels good to me, and I'm doing what God sent me to do, which is to heal. So if I could get up here and talk some positivity and some real talk to folks and to make them reevaluate some of their behaviors and, and make them think about some of their choices and decisions that can make them better people, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Do I care about, being rich from YouTube? No, I care about being rich in real life. I care, and that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I have a gift that's going to help me transcend into the next dimension. Okay, so I'm not worried about that. But I do come on here and post these videos because I want folks to see that sometimes you can have feedback about entertainers and celebrities without it being so mean and disrespectful and disgusting. And sometimes you can also have real talk and real feedback for folks that they're not used to hearing, and it's not so, it's not so dramatic. So for me, I'm not up here beefing with nobody, but some things have to be said. especially when I know something, I'm going to continue to do so. And I'm also going to continue to do what I do best, which is create the space for folks to feel that comfort, to share, to like, to comment, subscribe. And even if some folks don't stay here, like I have folks that were on my IG, like, girl, I watched the whole video. You did your thing. That's my feedback. Some people do it in private message. I always ask that you come here, like, comment, share, subscribe, but I can't make you as long as you're watching. So let me give y'all all my social media handles. Go check them out. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. It's the same name. Born, BORN _ Bossy, BOSS and 4 Y's. Y. Let's try this again. BORN _ BOSSYYYY. 4 Y's, right? That's where I am on Instagram as well. On Facebook, I'm Khadijah Allen. You might see Khadijah BDA Allen. That is my other page for my young people. Y'all don't have to follow that. That's for my former students and current students and how I keep abreast with them. I do not Snapchat. I deleted the app off my phone. I don't find it interesting or fun. I do not Twitter. They said I should get into it. They said the same thing about TikTok, and I don't see the benefits of it. But hey, it is what it is. I am on YouTube, as you can see here, Operation Heal 100 Hearts. Share whatever feedback, whatever video. Go through all my albums and see the videos that you like, that entertain you, that you enjoy. Let me know your feedback. I'm always here. I'm going to continue to push out content. November 1st is next Tuesday. Operation Heal 100 Hearts presents is 100 Days of Healing, and this is Soft Girl Season. This is Soft Girl Season. We are carrying out these 100 days, being our most feminine, loving, compassionate selves. And anything that tries to take us away from that, we will disconnect, remove, and get it out of our lives. But I'll talk more about Soft Girl Season. What I will say is, if you're interested in knowing what the 100 Days of Healing looks like, go to my YouTube channel and I have an album called Operation Heal 100 Hearts Presents 100 Days of Healing. Watch some of those things. You'll see diary entries, you'll see testimonials, you'll see a lot of things that may intrigue you. Go and check that out. This 100 days is going to be different from last year 100 days, but there will have some similarities, so make sure you check the album out. I got a story to tell. Check the album out. Pookie and I are coming back with another verses. He will break my soul. So we are coming back with another verses, and we are not playing. And he's real fake and phony. Before we do the verses, we're going to do a couples Q&A, because I know some folks inquire about, relationships. We're not a married couple, but we do have a very strong relationship, and some people like to know. So we're going to come back with that. Let me see what else I got. Shout out to all my family with these October birthdays. Oh my God, everybody in my family birthday is in October. But stay tuned for the Operation 100 Hearts Presents 100 Days of Healing. Stay tuned, period, because it's only up from here. I love you guys for always consistently tuning in, commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing. Again, don't show up when I blow up. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I will see you guys this week with part 2 of my body sculpting journey, because like I said, it's up and it's stuck for me. And also, I'll be here with that new Dear Deecha. Love you. You guys get some rest. I will speak to you all soon.